common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. Everyone desires to live long, but no one would be old. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new at all. If there is anything that a man can do well, I say let him do it. Give him a chance. With the fearful strain that is on me night and day, if I did not laugh I should die. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. When I am getting ready to reason with a man, I spend 1/3 of my time thinking about myself and what I am going to say, and 2/3 about him and what he is going to say. Knavery and flattery are blood relations. I was born and have ever remained in the most humble walks of life. Hold on with a bulldog grip, and chew and choke as much as possible. Tact is the ability to describe others as they see themselves. What kills a skunk is the publicity it gives itself. When I hear a man preach, I like to see him act as if he were fighting bees. Ballots are the rightful and peaceful successors to bullets. We think the Scott decision is erroneous. We know the court that made it has often overruled its own decisions, and we shall do what we can to have it overrule this. If once you forfeit the confidence of your fellow citizens, you can never regain their respect and esteem. We here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. When you have got an elephant by the hind legs and he is trying to run away, it's best to let him run. A man watches his pear tree day after day, impatient for the ripening of the fruit. Let him attempt to force the process, and he may spoil both fruit and tree. But let him patiently wait, and the ripe pear at length falls into his lap. Never stir up litigation. A worse man can scarcely be found than one who does this. It has so happened in all ages of the world that some have labored, and others have, without labor, enjoyed a large proportion of the fruits. I pass my life in preventing the storm from blowing down the tent, and I drive in the pegs as fast as they are pulled up. That I am not a member of any Christian church is true, but I have never denied the truth of the scriptures, and I have never spoken with intentional disrespect of religion in general, or of any denomination of Christians in particular. The time comes upon every public man when it is best for him to keep his lips closed. As our case is new, we must think and act anew. There is another old poet whose name I do not now remember who said, "Truth is the daughter of time." Any people anywhere, being inclined and having the power, have the right to rise up, and shake off the existing government, and form a new one that suits them better. This is a most valuable, a most sacred right, a right, which we hope and believe, is to liberate the world. I am rather inclined to silence. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free, honorable alike in that we give and what we preserve. We shall nobly save, or meanly lose, the last best hope of earth. I have talked with great men, and I do not see how they differ from others. If you think you can slander a woman into loving you, or a man into voting for you, try it till you are satisfied. I can make more generals, but horses cost money. If ever I feel the soul within me elevate and expand to those dimensions not wholly unworthy of its almighty architect, it is when I contemplate the cause of my country, deserted by all the world beside, and I standing up boldly and lone and hurling defiance at her victorious oppressors.